हमको मिला है परम पिता से संगम युग का ज्ञान, संगम युग का ज्ञान। शिव बाबा की संतान है हम, शिव बाबा की संतान है हम।
So we are doing the challenge of one Baba and nothing else. Buddhi mein only one Baba and nothing else. You are listening to the translation? Can you listen? Who's translating? So the challenge is, for the next 5 minutes, you will only look at Shiv Baba or at Brahma Baba, and in your mind you must only have Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba. If you are looking at Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba but something else is coming in your mind, then it is not good. But if you are looking at Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba but something else is coming in your mind, Baba will tell me that this child is thinking something else. It's not my greatness. Anybody who will sit here, Baba will use them to pick. So we'll be observing, and those who will do it very nicely, Baba will make them conduct meditation very soon. How many of you would like to conduct meditation? Right? So for conducting meditation, you have to be a very good conductor. What is the role of a conductor? To take energy and give energy. To take energy and give energy. But suppose if I am taking energy but I am not able to give energy, I cannot be a very good conductor. Suppose I am not able to take energy and I am instead taking energy from this side, again I am not a good conductor. So a good yogi, a good conductor who conducts meditation, they need to take energy from Baba and give it to everyone. So for that, what you have to do, there would be noise, there would be sound, people would come and sit in front of you, they'll shake you, they'll motivate you, they'll do this. But your focus should be only on Shiv Baba. Either you look at Shiv Baba or you look at Brahma Baba's eyes. Only these two. Okay? Again ready? Everybody ready? Okay. Eyes open. You can't close your eyes. Raj Yoga is open eye meditation. So open your eyes and take drishti from Baba. Shanti. So, what was your output? For you meditated for 15 minutes. Out of 15 minutes, how many times did the mind go somewhere else? 3 times. Very good. How many times? 2 times, 5 times, 3 times, 8 times. Okay. This side, 4 times, 1 time. So, if we are sitting with full focus and concentration, the output is that after meditation you will feel empowered. You will feel that you have done something that has recharged you. So when you were looking at Shiv Baba constantly, what did you feel? What did you feel? Anybody? Wow, very nice. Very beautiful garden where he could see only Shiv Baba. Very nice. What's your name? Rishabh. Who else wants to share from this side? Yes?
I feel very peace and calm.
Peace and calm. Very good. Yes? Happy. Very peaceful. Let me now ask someone that I would like to know from. What about you? What were you feeling? Yes. Something that I don't have words to describe. But it could be seen on your face. It could be easily visible on your face. It's like if a numb person who cannot speak, if you feed him jaggery, can he express how he is feeling? But his eyes will tell everything. So similarly, when we meditate, and if we are meditating properly, our eyes would tell that we are receiving something from Baba or not. If we are simply just watching, we might not have that shine in the eyes. But if we are receiving from Baba constantly, the eyes would shine. So now I would like to know from nobody. Did I ask to raise hands? I said I'll ask from people that were. What about you with the mask, white mask? What was your experience? Energetic. How would you explain that energetic? How did you feel energetic? What happened? Did I say a joke?
He was making sounds and he was only laughing.
No. Next time if you do like this, because of you, so many people got disturbed, then you'll get a bad karmic account. Do you want to create a bad karmic account? Then you should not do this. Okay? Okay? Okay. Yes, what were you saying? Energetic. Okay. What about Rishabh shared? What is your name? Your name? Bhadra. What is your name? Huh? Hasini. Hasini. Bhadra. Rishabh. How was your experience? Yes. No, I asked him. Can you describe it? No? What about you? Louder? Okay. What about you? With specs? Happy. What about you? Happy. Why are you happy? What made you happy? You were just looking at a light. How could you be happy just looking at light? But you were happy. Right. What's your name? Shiva? Charan. Shiva Charan. Shiva Baba doesn't have Charan. So you are special. Okay. What was your experience?
It's like I went to another world.
Which world?
Pure silence.
Silence and peace. What about you?
शिव बाबा से पावरफुल दृष्टि आ रही है
Hmm.
और फिर पूरा ग्लोब में शिव बाबा आ जाते
Shiv Baba say I am receiving and then I am giving to the entire globe. What about Pedda Pillalu? What was your experience? Anybody? Anyone? Anyone would like to share? Felt protected. Okay. So this is how we practice focused meditation, where we are focused on just remembering one Baba and none else. But if we are meditating on Baba, we are connecting to Baba, and then we start sharing, Baba, I have homework to do, Baba, tomorrow is match, I must win, tomorrow is this. So what is happening? We are not focused on Baba. We are sitting with Baba, but we are focused on our activities. And this is not Raj Yoga. This is demand yoga. You're demanding from Baba. Request yoga. You're requesting to Baba. Application yoga. You're putting applications to Baba. But this is not Raj Yoga. Raj Yoga means considering the self as a soul, focused only on Supreme Soul, and a conversation which is full of love, power, peace, energy. So if you say I am meditating past 5 years, and if you are not able to focus the mind, and if the mind is going many times, then people would say, what do you say? You said you meditate for 5 years. So if I am practicing meditation, my focus should be, if I practice meditation for 10 minutes, in those 10 minutes at least, my mind should be focused on Baba for at least 7 to 8 minutes. Only then we will say successful. Okay? So, we will practice this more. And then we will see who is getting better and better and better. And then on the final day, some from the angel group, some from the diamond group would sit and conduct meditation. And all the bhaiyas and didis of Shanti Sarovar would sit and take drishti from you all. And if you are going up and down, all these bhaiya and didis, they meditate for so long. They will pick you. They will tell, he's just sitting there, but his mind is going here and there. But if you are doing it very nicely, they'll say, yes, he's a very good yogi. When people say he's a very good yogi, how do you know he's a very good yogi? By his looks? By his clothes? How do you know the person is a very good yogi? By the drishti, by the aura, the energy field that they carry with their drishti. When they see someone, the moment they look at someone, they'll feel something different. And that is what is this all camp about, right? This is about becoming a better yogi. The first day when you came and meditated, today when you meditate, tomorrow when you meditate, on the last day when you will meditate, there should be a difference. It shouldn't be like, when I came, I am meditating the same way, when I am going, I am meditating the same way, there is no change, then there is no result. Okay? So keep this aim. Keep this aim. That by the time I go back my home, my parents, my friends, my teachers should feel their meditation has grown. Okay? Can we keep this aim? My parents, my teachers, my friends, and I myself should feel that the meditation that I am doing now is much better than the one that I was doing earlier. Okay? Aim? Pakka? In what do you say pakka in Telugu? Kachida. Kachitanga. Kachitanga? Kachitanga? In Gujarati they say paku. In Hindi they say pakka. And in English, done? Pakka? Okay. So we'll keep an observation and we'll do this everyday challenge. Everyday yoga challenge for 15 minutes. From now until the Sunday. Okay? And we'll see who is growing better and better. Okay, so now it is story time. How many of you would like to listen to a story? Okay. So it is not always good, I got it. So it's not good that always you make me tell a story and you just listen a story. Today some of you would also share a story, okay? I'll also share a story, but then I would like to listen from you some stories. And then in the next some time we will create our own stories. Okay? So let me share a story with you. What happened?
So, can we tell a story which I have been writing for a book or something?
Yes, we will listen, but it has to be a short story, not a book story.
It is. My book is composed of many short stories.
Okay, okay. So, everybody is able to understand English?
Yes.
Those who have got translation, you are listening? Is it okay for you? Okay. So the story is of just like any other story, this story also began long ago. Long ago, there was a child. Okay? And that child was just like you and me, who was very active, he was very friendly, used to play with his friends, and he was good in studies, he was good in his sports, he was good in everything. You know, ghar mein bhi he used to help his parents. If mom used to go to the farm to do some farming, he would sit in house and take care of the house. He'll go to school on time, come on time. Everything was very nice with the child. But then one day he was passing by from a temple and he saw a lot of people standing in the temple. And he said, "What is happening here?" So he went inside. And when he went inside, he saw people were praying, there was some big aarti, and people were playing, singing, kirtan, bhajan, and people were just dancing like this. So he said, "What are these people doing? We never do these things. What are they doing?" So he asked his friends. His friends said, "We also don't know." So they went to ask their parents. And their parents said, "We are remembering God." Then he asked, "Who is God?" And they said, "God is the most powerful." And so he said, "So why are we remembering him?" So the parents said, "We are remembering him because if there is a problem, then when we remember God, the problem goes away." Then he asked, "But why there is a problem?" So they said, "Problems are there because you ask too many questions, just go." So it was first time in his life when his parents shouted on him. And why did they shout on him? Because parents didn't know the answer, and that's why they shunned him off. So then he went and asked his teachers, that why do we have problems? So the teacher said, "We have problems because Because
of anything they have.
anything? No. Because of ignorance. When we don't know about anything, it's a problem. But if we have knowledge, the problem is not there. Right? So with right knowledge, you can face any problem. So then the child said, "What is knowledge?" And then the teacher said, "What I teach you, what you learn is knowledge." So then the child said, "Okay, so when you teach me, it is knowledge, which means you are knowledgeable, that means you don't have any problems?" And the teacher said, "What? No, I didn't mean that." Then he said, "You said with knowledge, all problems can be sorted out, but you are saying that you have still problems in your life. Then how is it this possible that you are giving me knowledge and you are telling me that I will not have any problems in my life? So it doesn't match." And the teacher said, "You shut down, you just shut, listen to what I am saying." So then he again said, "Even the teacher doesn't have the answers for my questions." So what happened? Now he started looking for people who could tell him the answer to his very simple question. What are problems there for? Why are there problems? What is problem? Everybody knows. But why are they there for? Nobody was able to answer. So then he was going one day, passing by, and there was a beggar sitting, and he was asking for money from everyone. So he went and said, "Do you have a problem that you keep asking money from everyone?" He said, "Yes, my whole life is the problem. I don't have anything to drink, to eat, to purchase, to wear. I don't have a house. My whole life is a problem." So then he said, "Then you must be the one who is the most ignorant one, because my teacher said the one who doesn't have any knowledge has the most of the problem." So he said, "No, I have some knowledge." And he said, "What knowledge do you have?" He said, "I have at least this much knowledge to whom to ask money from and from whom to not ask money from. I didn't ask money from you because I can see you are a child, you are going to school. But I ask money from others. So I have that much knowledge, which means I have the power to decide, power to churn and know, reflect, and then ask." Said, "Yes. Then why are you in problem?" Then he said, "I am in problem because I didn't use my wealth properly, and that's why I lost everything." So he said, "Okay. So if I don't use my treasures properly, then there can be a problem. So whether it is time, whether it is energy, whether it is money, if I am not using it properly, I can become a beggar." And then the child leaves the beggar and goes to the home. When he was reaching close to the home, there was a fruit seller who was sitting there and shouting loudly, "Phal le lo, phal le lo." So he said, "You are shouting from morning till the evening and yet your fruits are not sold. What's the point in shouting so much? What is your problem? Why do you shout?" So he said, "If I don't call out to people, they won't come and they won't buy and my fruits will rot. And with my rotten fruits, I'll have a lot of loss. So that's why I'm calling out to people." So he said, "It means if you call out to people, people would come and buy." He said, "Yes." He said, "You are calling out, but they're not coming and buying." So then he said, "That means calling out is not the way to sell your product. There must be some other way." He said, "Yes, but I don't know." So then the child realizes that if you don't know how to use your treasures, you will again be in loss. Like the beggar, if you use your treasure in the wrong way, you will be in loss. If you use your treasure less, again you will be in loss. So constantly the child was getting one message, that use your treasure well. And then the child starts thinking, he was sitting on the parapet wall of his home and he was looking at the stars and moons and he was thinking that all the problems are just because we are not using our treasures properly. Either we are wasting our treasures or we are using less, or we don't know how to use our treasures, and that's why there are problems. So then he said, "But how do I confirm that this is the true answer? This is something that I am thinking. How do I know this is the true answer?" So then he went to the temple because he remembered his parents said God is the most powerful. So he went to God and he said that, "Do you know, I think this is the reason for problems in our life, that we don't use our treasures well. Do you think this is right?" So now there was just a Shivlingam, there was nothing, there was no sound, nothing. And he said, "Where would the sound come from? How would I know that what I am saying, I am getting a reply back or not?" So he said, "What happened? Why are you not saying? I am asking you a question. That is this right? That when we don't use our treasures well, then we have problems in our life." He didn't see anything happening. And then what happened? He said, "God, if you are there, why don't you reply?" So what happened after that? You know it. What happened after that? God replied. How? Telepathy. And? No, you have seen it in the movies. A flower would drop. हाँ, घंटी बजने लगेगा. There would be a lot of air. breeze, storm, and then the flower would drop right in the hand. Have you not seen it in the movies?
There is like a tufan.
Like a tufan. Huh? And then the flower would drop, and that is like, yes, God has said yes. In the movies, this happened, na? If somebody is asking something, a flower would drop, and they'll say, "Haan, Bhagwan ne bola." Is it so? No. In this story, it didn't happen like that. So he was asking so much that he didn't get any reply. But he kept on going to the temple every day, sitting there and asking the same question. That what is the reason for our problems? Is it because we don't use our treasures well? And one day, he was going for many days, and one day, he was thinking the same thing. We don't use our treasures well. Is this the reason for our problems? And then he felt that somebody said, Somebody just said, Then he looked around and he didn't find anything. So then he felt it must be the sacred sound of Om. So in Om, what comes at the end? Right? And we all believe Om is the sacred sound, like the sacred symbol of God is point of light, the sacred sound is Om. So for saying Om, God needs a body. But just for a vacuum, if you listen to a vacuum, if you put a glass, you listen something, right? You listen that buzzing sound. So he was meditating and he simply heard that sound. And then he realized that yes, God is also saying that if we don't use our treasures properly, well enough, or if we use them less, what happens is we face problem. So what did you learn from this story? What did you learn? Okay, and what else? To use our treasures properly, not just wealth, not just money, but all treasures, time, thoughts, right? Everything. So now this story had a message. Now who will share another story with the message? Okay, come. Share your name and story. It has to be a short story, okay? Come. Who's going to come next? Let me see. Raise your hands. You want to share a story? Okay. Next. Share your name.
My name is Rakshit. One person is there. He done a robbery. Next day, the police is catched, and he was requesting to the Baba, please, I will not do again. For 24 hours, he done a meditation, and it is real story. After a few days, the Baba given a reply. Okay, I will leave you, but you give promise. I will do meditation daily. And he said okay. But few days he not doing a yoga meditation.
And you are comfortable in Telugu?
Yes.
You can tell it in Telugu also.
Again he done a robbery. Again police was catched. After again he requested, but the Baba is not given reply because he not done meditation regularly.
So what did we learn from this story?
When Baba said okay, it is real, but he think Baba will not do anything, and he not done a yoga meditation. Again he done a robbery. The police was catched. Don't do robbery.
So we learned that we should not do robbery, and also what did we learn?
Do meditation.
That we should keep a promise. Whether it's a promise to God Whether it's a promise to friends, whether it's a promise to anyone, we should keep that. We should keep that promise. We should not break that promise. Very good. What's your name?
Rakshit.
Rakshit. Clap for Rakshit. Very good. So, never do wrong thing, and if you have done something wrong, tell that to Baba, and after that, plead a sorry, and then promise never to do it again. But then again, keep your promise. Don't break it. Any other story? It could be any story. It could be a story from Panchatantra. It could be a story that your grandmother has told. You want to share a story? Come.
Yes, I want.
Now this side. Many have come from this side. Okay. Share a story.
My name is Rishabh Ghosh. I'll tell a story. One day, one lion was there. He told that I will eat all the animals. Then one by one. Then all the animals came. Then all the animals came, and they was telling that what we will do, lion will eat us. Then they was going. Then one clever fox was there. He was very clever. He told to the lion that one lion is there. He told, I am good than this lion. Then he went to he told, who told? Then he's telling, take me to him. Then he went to the water. Then in the pond, then he's telling in the down. Then he saw his shadow. Then he's thinking, come, what you are doing, telling to me. Then he jumped at the pond and he went to fell down into the water. Then the clever fox was only in the then the clever fox who was there, they was saved, and the clever fox was also saved. Thank you.
So, what was the moral of the story? Yes, never have ego, because ego will take away your knowledge. When there is ego, wisdom will finish. Your intellect would go. And then what will happen? You will believe everything that pleases your ego. Right? When the ego is there, we'll only believe anything people are saying that is to please to us. And also, what did we learn? When there is a problem, what are you doing? What is this? Did I ask, raise your hands? No, when I say raise your hands, only then raising your hands. So, the second moral of the story is that when there is a problem, if we don't panic, then we will have ideas how to face the problem. But if we are panicking, then what will happen? We will not be able to solve the problem because we are in panic, right? So with a cool mind, using your intelligence, you can face the problem. Yes. So next, who would share a story? Okay. Nobody from this side sharing a story? It could be in Telugu also. Turn that side, tell your name and then.
My name is Veer Singh Gulati. One time there was a lion. So he was searching for food. Then he saw a woodcutter who was cutting a tree. Then he went to that woodcutter, and the woodcutter got scared. The woodcutter climbed the tree and said, "Please don't eat me." And then the lion said, "I am hungry." Then the woodcutter said, I will share you my food. Please don't eat me." Then the lion said, "I'm gonna give you a taste. I'm gonna give a taste to your food." So, okay. then the lion said, I'm gonna taste your food. Then woodcutter said, okay. When the lion tasted the food, the lion said, yes, yummy, I'm gonna eat this. Bring it tomorrow. So the lion had 3 other friends. That was a jackal, a crow, and an eagle. The jackal and the crow and the eagle.
3 friends. Who were the 3 friends?
They were searching for the lion because when the lion hunted for food, he would let them have the meat after he has finished his food, how much he wanted to eat. Then they saw the lion one day and they said, what happened? Why aren't you hunting nowadays? The lion said that I have met a woodcutter. He is giving me yummy food. Then the jackal had a plan. The next day, they again met the lion and said, take us also to the woodcutter. We also want to eat the food. Then when they went to the woodcutter, the woodcutter had gotten scared because the lion had brought in others. So the woodcutter thought, oh no, the lion will eat me now because he has brought in others. Then the woodcutter again climbed the tree and said, please don't eat me. The lion said, we are not going to eat you. Where's your food? We have to eat. Then woodcutter said, no, you're going to eat me. Then he ran away. Then the lion got angry, and then because now the lion wasn't getting food from the woodcutter, he started hunting again. So the jackal solved the problem by going in a group.
Okay. Again. So what did you learn from this story? Anyone? What did you learn? Yes? Don't depend on others. Yes. To be self-sufficient. Okay. So now the idea is we have heard so many stories. Now what we will do? We will write our own stories. Okay? How many of you think you can write stories? Just raise hands. How many of you think you can write stories? Okay. How many of you think you might be able to write but you're not confident enough? Okay. Very good. How many of you think we can't write stories but maybe we can draw stories when we listen? Like the lion and the jackal, the lion and the jackal, and then the lion and the fox and others, the story of the boy. So how many of you think you can draw stories? Okay. So I'll just give you the instructions now. Listen very carefully. All those who are in diamond group, please raise your hands. Okay. All those in diamond group will raise your hands. Stand up. Only diamond group will stand up. Okay? Now diamond group, all the diamond group, this side will go in one corner, the other diamond group go in another corner. Go on the back side. Don't take your things, just go on the back side. Okay? And now all the angel groups come in front. Angel groups come in front. Stay here. Okay. Angel groups, just stay here. Okay? So now, look at me. Look at me. Whether you are angel group or diamond group, look at me. Sit down, sit down. Diamond group also sit down there. So now the task is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. जितने भी खड़े उनसे मैं डांस कराऊंगा फिर. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Okay. So now the idea is, today you heard about so many stories, right? I will not repeat my instructions. So if you miss it, you will miss it. Okay? I will only say once. If you have attention, you will listen and you will follow it. If you are talking to one another, you will miss. Okay? 5 seconds I'll give for you to settle down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So listen very carefully. I will give you instruction only once. I will not repeat it. If you are not listening and not paying focus, not paying attention, you will miss. So listen very carefully. It is for both angel group also and diamond group also. Okay? I have just divided so that I know who all are in angel group and who all are in diamond group. Okay? The idea is that you can choose any 5 friends from your group. From angel group, it could be 5 people, again 5 people. But in one group only, how many people? 5 people. In any group, there has to be how many people? 5 people. And all those 5 people together, I am not saying to choose your group right now. Shh. You don't have to choose your group right now. Listening? Are you listening carefully? Don't choose your group now. You'll choose it later. First, listen to the instructions. One group should have how many people? 5. Tick. Now, next is, each group has to write a story, a short story. Each group has write a story, a short story. Okay? Now, the story should have one moral message. How many of you understood this? The story should have one moral message. Okay? Now, some of you might be good at writing. Some of you might be good at, what is this for? Put your hands down. Some of you might be good at writing. Some of you might be good at creating characters. Some might be very good at writing dialogues, right? But the idea is that you should, just a minute, what happened? What happened? Oh, you said it in English, I can't understand. So, the idea is each small group has to make a story, but the story should have a message. Okay? Yes, with the angel group, what did I say right now? What did I say just now? You tell, what did I say just now? What did I say? Yes, tell me. it should have a message. Okay? Now the catch is, for angel group, the story should be written in 100 words only. Okay? So you 5 people in the group have to decide how to design that story and write it in only 100 words. Okay? So the story will be written in 100 words for angel group, and the story should have a drawing. Okay? You should have a story and also a picture that goes with the story. For example, the lion and the jackal. So I can draw one drawing that talks about the lion and the jackal, something, and there can be a story written on the side. Okay? You can color it, you can make it beautiful, it is totally up to you. But the story has to be written in only 100 words. It could be less than 100, it could be little more than 100, but not more. Yes? Not now. Did I say you have to write it now? Then? Yes? I just gave an example. You can have your own story. Okay? For diamond group. Diamond group, are you listening? So for diamond group, shh. For diamond group, the story can be of 300 words, but not more than 300. Not even a single word more. Okay? But the story, again the same thing, 300 words. The story can have multiple pictures. Angel group can have to draw one picture, but for diamond group you can have multiple picture like comic strips. Have you read comic books? Yes. So how there are different pictures, right? How there are different pictures, and you can associate with the picture, oh, this story is for this much is for this is for this. Okay? So you can create multiple pictures, you can draw, you can color it, but the story has to be 300 words. But your theme is that the story should have just one good message. Okay? It could be in Telugu, in Hindi, in English, anything. You can write it in Telugu also. Okay? For diamond group, the story is, it should be a fantasy story. It should have elements like magic, should have elements like powers, it should have elements like vision. You can go very creative, as creative as you want. Okay? Can you do this? And the last thing, the principal story should focus on saving something. Saving something. It could be saving time, the story could be on saving somebody, it could be saving a relationship, it could be saving the world, it could be saving money, it could be saving life, it could be saving anything. But the common theme is saving. So, what do you call saving in Telugu? Good, so you all know. So now I would want one volunteer from Angel group to tell what did I say, if you have got the instructions right, and one from Diamond group to tell me if they have got the instructions right. Would you like to share what I said? Yes? Come. She is briefing, okay? Come. Tell your name and brief and tell your name.
My name is Aradhya.
Just go and tell. Yes? Keep the mic closer, take out the mask and then speak so that everybody could listen. She is repeating, okay? If she misses something, you let me know.
In one group, we should divide 5 numbers, and
So in one group, how many people?
5 numbers.
Okay, next.
and we can write a story, and we can do the drawings of it.
So there would be a story and a drawing. Okay. How many words in the story?
100 words.
How many words? 100 words. Which language?
English.
English, Telugu, Hindi, any language. Any language. Okay? And it could be on any message. Okay? Honesty, values, peace, any message. Okay? You understood?
Yes.
Okay, good. Everybody understood in this group? Good. From that group, yes, come and share. She's repeating. If she misses something, you remind.
My name is Pranita. Every group should have 5 members, and they should write one story. It should not more than 300 words. It should be 300 words. And we can draw multiple pictures of that story with very creativeness. And in this story, we should mention what we are saving, and this story should have at least one moral. And it should.
The moral is to
Save something. We can write this story in any language, either English, Telugu, or Hindi. Thank you.
Very good. And it has to be very creative. You have to surprise everyone. Okay? And how much time do you have for this? No. So what we will do now, because Didi will come at 6 o'clock. So by that time what we will do, listen, don't look at the clock, I'll tell you. So until that time what we will do is, we will first choose our partners, the 5 team members. Okay? Not now, I'll tell you. Listen how to choose your partner. If you just choose friends, that might not work. You have to choose an artist, you have to choose somebody who can draw, because then only you will be able to make a good storybook, right? If you only choose your friends, you will only do hasi mazak and playfulness, but you would not be able to make a story. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So the idea, we all are family, right? We all are family. Somebody might be Rishabh, sit quietly. So we all are family. Some might be good at thinking, some might be good at writing, some might be good at drawing, some might be good at managing. So what you have to do is, you have to look into your group and create your circle of 5 members, and you will have time from today until tomorrow evening. Okay? So you have 24 hours time to think and write. If you listen to Murli, Harshal, listen. If you listen to the Murli, Baba might give you some ideas there. If you read today's Murli, how many of you remember today's Murli? So in today's Murli, see what Baba said about the question and answer. Somebody remembers the question and answer? Do we have a Murli copy here? Yes. What was the question and answer? Yes, you are loud. Say. Okay, good. Sit down. So in today's Murli, see, I'm sharing you how it happened. Okay, it's a very interesting thing. Listen. What did we learn in the morning today? We learned about nature. We learned that our body is made up of 5 elements. And what did Baba say in the Murli today? Shh, listen. मीठे बच्चे, तुम ब्राह्मणों को ईश्वर की गोद मिली है. You remember today's Murli? What Baba said? मीठे बच्चे, तुम ब्राह्मणों को ईश्वरीय गोद मिली है, तुम्हें नशा रहना चाहिए, बाप ने इस तन द्वारा हमें अपना बनाया है. किसके द्वारा अपना बनाया है? थ्रू ब्रह्मा बाबा, राइट? बट इट ऑल्सो मेंट इस तन द्वारा, which means that I, the soul in this body, Baba, what happened? Why are you saying so loudly? Do you want me to don't do activities with you? So this sentence has two meanings. One is that Brahma Baba is the medium, the body through which Shiv Baba adopted us, but it also meant that Shiv Baba adopted the soul when in this body. So you recognize Baba in this body, so you should take care of this body, because this is the most valuable body in which you became Brahmin, in which you could recognize God. So taking care of this body, and I didn't read the Murli yesterday night, I just read the Murli today, and how it connected with the activities we did today. So if you carefully listen to the Murli, Baba will give you points in the Murli which you can use in your story. So it could be a Murli point from today, tomorrow, early, yesterday, long back. But if you use that Murli point in your story, it would have more power. Okay? So you have 24 hours time. You are free now to choose your partners, but be remembering this, that we need to draw also. And finally what you will do is, in one paper you will draw, in one paper you will write in beautiful handwriting, and then we'll have an exhibition of your stories. So we have 5 people in one group, so we'll have maybe 10-15 stories. Okay? So now you can move around, create your group, be free. If you have any doubt, come and ask me. And in another 15 minutes, Kuldeep Didi would come here, and then we'll all have a nice session with her.